From jobs on the waterfront to medical marijuana and the epic miscalculation that could close down the city's first year-round homeless shelter from staying open past April. These are just a few of the issues my guest, Interim Mayor Todd Gloria, is working on before the new mayor is elected. And welcome back.
Thank you.
This disturbing discovery, I think that surprised a lot of people, that Filner significantly underestimated the amount of money that it was going to take to keep these shelters open. Has the council come up with a plan to get the money to keep them open past April?
It remains to be seen. I went down this past week to visit the Veterans Tent. It's over in the sports arena area. And yeah, we are underfunded by about $1 million. That's a significant sum. More significant when you know that we have to find $12 million to pay for a special election, $25 million to cover the additional pension costs that Filner cost, lack of participation in a pension vote cost us. So we have a lot of additional expenses, and we have now this $1 million shortfall. I'm committed to trying to find some sort of solution. But one thing I will say, we do have a year-round homeless facility, Connections Housing, that's in downtown. What we're talking about are the 2 tents.
Exactly.
It's significant. It's on my list of things to work on.
Okay, on your list also was another longstanding issue, approving the new Barrio Logan community plan. The council voted in favor of it. You voted in favor of it. But critics say this plan could cost the neighborhood jobs. That was the argument. How do you address those concerns?
Well, I understand where those voices are coming from. This document was a compromise. It was a compromise by residents who in some cases will be displaced, and by businesses who may not be able to operate additional new businesses or expand businesses in that neighborhood. What we have down there, Peggy, is really a tangling of different uses, of industrial uses next to homes. That's not acceptable. What the council did is adopt a plan that really segregate those, push the industrial uses to the south and to the west, and allow the residential uses in the east and north. I think that that's a reasonable plan. And in terms of the concerns of the shipbuilders and the military, San Diego is and always will be a proud military town. This council will stand with our military. I'm going back to Washington soon to advocate for them. So I think we're going to be able to work our way through these issues.
Well, you've been open about reversing some of Filner's popular policies, some popular policies like his suspension of enforcing medical marijuana zoning, his lax enforcement on food trucks, most recently in paid parking zones. With only a few months in office, how come you're addressing those issues right now?
Well, I'm addressing them not because I have anything against food trucks and marijuana dispensaries. In fact, I actually am an advocate for both industries. But what Bob Filner did was to instruct city staff not to enforce the law. And we are a city of laws. And if you don't like the law, the answer is not to ignore it, it's to change it. On both of those issues, I'm going to carry legislation to change them. But in the meantime, we have to follow the law. There's a lot of laws people may not like, but you can't just pick and choose. And so I'm in the unfortunate position of enforcing and stepping in where the last mayor chose to turn a blind eye. But we will fix this, and there'll be permanent solutions for both issues.
And some people might say, though, that were you lobbied in this short amount of time by people, or was this something really that you were looking at the books?
Absolutely. No, this is something that staff needed clear direction on. They were being told previously to pick and choose who to support. That creates litigation opportunities against the city, and I can't support that. And so it's, again, kind of counter to my actual personal position, but it's the right thing to do for the city.
Well, we know that 2 city council members, David Alvarez and Kevin Faulkner, and dozens of other, of course, are running for the mayor's. Yeah. Is that a distraction, or is it interfering with city business, or are there kind of some regulations when there's a special election like this?
Not at all. The council is united. We're moving the city forward, and obviously we've lived through the biggest distraction there ever was, which was Bob Filner. That's behind us, and this is small potatoes by comparison. Okay,
I know you're heading to D.C. on Monday for the Chamber of Commerce annual advocacy trip. What are you going to be doing there?
Well, I want to make sure that everyone back there knows that San Diego's back. I've rehired the lobbyists so that we're at the table now advocating for our city. I'm going to visit the Pentagon to advocate for our military. I want to visit with the Department of Transportation to advocate for expanding our trolleys and finishing the port of entry down at San Ysidro. We have a lot on our plate. We're trying to make up for 9 months that were lost under the Filner administration that I want to make up in the 5 to 6 months that I'll be filling in as the mayor. And we're going to communicate a really strong message when I'm back there.
How long after the November special election will the new mayor actually step into your shoes and start taking over on the managing the city business?
Well, we have a special election on November 19th. We believe that'll be a primary election because of the large number of candidates. A runoff will probably be sometime in February. The new mayor would take office probably sometime in March. So I'm there for a significant amount of time. And what I want your viewers to know is that we are not a city that's going to sit at neutral. We're going to be moving forward aggressively. We're opening our new Central Library on Saturday, advocating for the expansion of our convention center, and offering a $100 million bond to repair our roads. We're going to get a lot done in the next 5 to 6 months.
You have a lot on your plate. Interim Mayor Todd Gloria, thank you for taking time out and talking with us, and we look forward to your next update here on KPBS in October. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy.